Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Assalamu alaikum, bro. Serve Allah and join not any partners with Him, and do good to parents. Quran 4:36. We have enjoined on man kindness to parents. Quran 29:8. And we have enjoined on man to be good to his parents. In travail upon travail did his mother bear him. Quran 31:14. Alright, bro, that's the end of the video. But honestly, I could have ended the video there. The only thing you really need is that Allah commanded you to be kind to your parents. That's basically it. But then I would have no video, so let's carry on. Nowadays in the media, it kind of perpetuates this natural disdain for your parents. I don't know why it is. They slander the role of the mother and the father, especially in kind of feministic kind of media. You have the stereotype of that one white kid who is shouting at his mom to get him the latest Fortnite Battle Pass. Overall, it's just this kind of animosity towards your parents. Just the other day, while I was buying my laptop, I saw this one guy. He looked like 30 or something, and he was like those proper basement dwellers. You know what I'm talking about? Those Reddit mods. But that's besides the point. He was literally screaming at his mother because of something that happened in the shop or whatever. He was swearing, he was screaming. That is no way to treat your mother at all. Even when you're angry. And even anger is no excuse. The Prophet, peace be upon him, told us to just not get angry. Kindness towards your parents, fulfilling their rights, is a very big commandment in Islam. That's obviously signified by my reading of the 3 quotes at the start. It is constantly repeated in the Quran and the Sunnah. I'm going to speak honestly with you. I've never had a really close, like a very, very close relationship with either of my parents. Well, my relationship with my mother has always been better than with my father. But honestly, as soon as I started properly practicing and kind of learning about Islam, my relationship has 10 times with both my parents, especially my father. It's even noted that even though your parents might be non-Muslim, it's enjoined upon you to be kind to them as well. Obviously, don't obey their commands if they go against Allah. But other than that, you need to obey them. Let me just narrate this hadith to you. It talks about it. This is the hadith of Asma bint Abi Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu anha, who said, "My mother came to me, and she was a mushrik at the time of the Prophet. I asked the Prophet, 'My mother has come to me and needs my help, so should I help her?' He said, 'Yes, keep in touch with your mother and help her.'" It's narrated in Bukhari and Muslim. So obviously we see here, kindness towards your parents is so important, even if they don't even believe in Islam. Just a point on if you're estranged with your parents, which astaghfirullah, if you are, I recommend, obviously I don't know your situation, but I recommend getting back in touch with them. Even if you don't like them, do it for the sake of Allah. No matter what they've done, they're still your parents. Also, your provision is increased. Signify this by this hadith right here. Anas radiallahu anhu said, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Whoever would like his rizq, provision, to be increased and his life to be extended should uphold the ties of kinship," narrated in Bukhari and Muslim. Obviously, if I'm touching on the topic of treating your parents good, I obviously have to signify that your mother always comes first. A man came to the Prophet, peace be upon him, and asked him, "O Messenger of Allah, who among my people is most deserving of my good company?" He said, "Your mother." The man asked, "Then who?" The Prophet said, "Your mother." The man asked, "Then who?" The Prophet said, "Your mother." The man then asked, "Then who?" He said, "Then your father." This is narrated in Bukhari and Muslim as well. By the way, if you don't know what Bukhari and Muslim means, it's a collection. They're both collections of Sahih Hadith, which are sound Hadith. Basically, ones that are confirmed to be from the Prophet, peace be upon him. Obviously saying this, don't reject your father. Don't neglect your rights to your father as well. This is obviously signified by the Prophet, peace be upon him, saying, "You and your wealth are for your father." So when your dad asks you for some money, just give it to him, man. I'm going to now talk about a bit about father and son relationships, or father and daughter relationships. With the rise of fatherlessness across the world, the relationship with your father is very, very important. The role of the father is often understated in a lot of things. Even in psychology, when I was learning, the role of the father when I was learning it, was reduced to a playmate. Don't know what that means, but the role of the father is much, much more. This even applies to fathers who are present, but they don't really interact with their children the way they're supposed to. Take me, for example. My father is present, but I would say I was raised by my mom mostly. And that's kind of the case for a lot of people, especially if their fathers are working a lot of hours, which can't be helped. I don't blame people. I love and respect my father, obviously. He's done a lot for us. He's the reason why I have a roof over my head and food in my mouth every day, you know? Just remember, even if your parents treat you in the worst way possible, they've still brought you up. They've still been there when you were crying at night. They were still there changing your nappies every day, bro. You gotta remember that every time you interact with your parents. Alright, I'm gonna end this video off here because it's really, really warm and I want to go to the gym now. But just remember, don't fall into the joyful behavior of just sticking your parents in a care home when they become old and not repaying the favor that they've done upon you your whole life. Be respectful to your parents, boys. Take care.
لم يكن الذين كفروا من أهل الكتاب والمشركين منفكين حتى تأتيهم البينة رسول من الله يتلو صحفا مطهرة فيها كتب قيمة وما تفرق الذين أوتوا الكتاب إلا من بعد ما جاءتهم البينة وما أمروا إلا ليعبدوا الله مخلصين له الدين حنفاء ويقيموا الصلاة ويؤتوا الزكاة وذلك دين القيمة إن الذين كفروا من أهل الكتاب والمشركين في نار جهنم خالدين فيها أولئك هم شر البرية إن الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات أولئك هم خير البرية جزاؤهم عند ربهم جنات عدن تجري من تحتها الأنهار خالدين فيها أبدا رضي الله عنهم ورضوا عنه ذلك لمن خشي ربه